Hello everyone, Sunset2, welcome to another mod overview, this time on Bloodcraft. A mod that simply adds in a bunch of different blocks as well as an altar and then certain uses for blood, along with a blood tree. So, what you probably want to get access to some of the particular blocks, such as the wood and planks and certain other aspects, is the blood tree, which I'll cover soon. But yeah, what you probably want to do to get blood, if you want to early on, compared to, say, easily from the nether once you find the tree, is you can get a blood drop. Now you can get this two ways. One is to simply use rotten flesh and then craft a blood drop, which you can then use for blood powder, blood pearl, eventually the Supreme Sacrifice Knife, and a few other particular things that are for different resources, or different dyes and such, is you can actually use a Sacrifice Knife on yourself. So if I just right click here, you can see it'll reduce my health, give me slowness, 9, and a few other things, and you'll get one blood drop. Now I'll go through each of the sacrificial knives, because I'm pretty sure that you don't have all of your health taken away each time the further you go up the tiers, but we'll find out. And since we're in peaceful, we can easily regenerate our health, so we don't need some potions. Yep, so with iron we're already at halfway of our health being removed, we're still getting the blood drop. So the wood one will obviously be the most harsh, but the further you go up, the more you're not likely to take as much damage, or have as much of a strong effect of slowness. Even as you can tell, it went down to 9 instead of, sorry, 8 instead of 9, or 7 instead of 9 I should say, probably. Diamond, so down to 4, and not so much of our health taken there, and then now down to 3, so yeah, the higher up you can get blood drops, but you can still use it multiple times, and obviously reduce as much of your health as you want, I guess. So yeah, otherwise though, just take a look at some other recipes. You've got the fence, you've got the stained terracotta, like so, so you use blood dye as a dye. You've got the leaves, which obviously as you can come from the actual leaf block, and so on. And there is also a blood ingot and or metal also, which you'll need for the blood altar, as well as just using for storage, I guess. So there's that, along with the empty ingot, made like so, with iron bars, and then obviously you can upgrade this with lumion or something, make an empty prepared one, and then you can do that. My guess is the actual BP actually does mean something, possibly more so to do with the altar, but as far as I can tell, not really yet. And if we just check the altar real quick, besides showing off what the blocks look like, the trapdoor, the stone, bricks, the plank, stairs, slab, terracotta, glazed, leaves, there's concrete as well, along with the ingot block and blood coal. The altar just adds the interface at the moment, I'm pretty sure, as well as just sort of the texture and a few other things. It's not redstone controlled, so we don't really need that. But otherwise, I can't really tell what it does, because there's no actual recipes using this thing. So if I just sort of hover over with you, or use any of the others to find out, say with the prepared ingot, which I would have thought. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be any clear idea of how it works, and there's no wiki or otherwise, so I'm not too sure. My guess is maybe you put in a fuel, or you put in certain other resources, and you'll eventually get access to the singularity, or have other ways to make the other materials into blood versions of, say, the coal, diamond, pearl, and so on, through here by using, say, iron or coal or diamond or whatnot, and then using maybe enough of the material that gives the most blood points, or BP I'm assuming it stands for, so you can then eventually make a 1000 a singularity or something else. I'm not too sure at the moment, but that's my guess. I've tried putting things in the slots, and I can't really work it out. I don't know if, say, this one's a fuel slot, or it's just the way it's positioned on the GUI, or if some of the things on the side here eventually mean something here, or maybe that's a progress slot, or something. Maybe they are put here. I have absolutely no idea. Because in this newest update, there is just the altar and a few other things, but there's no clear idea. But at least from what I can theorize, that's what I'm going to go with. So yeah, there is also a fluid, which I'm assuming, yep, so there's lakes in the nether, like so. And I'll actually put some blocks in here, just so you can see, as, let me get rid of these berries. We'll just see what happens if we wanted to, for example, attempt to get these coated in blood, besides just, say, going for the blood tree or something, which, as you can see here, it doesn't seem to be doing much of anything, as you can tell. So let's say some white terracotta. I'm not sure if it's like the white glazed that it converts, which it doesn't seem to be, whichever the other one is equivalent to it. So yeah, so you could try just using blood on these, and it's not really going to do anything, as you can tell. And I've tried looking for recipes alongside it, and nothing. So yeah, but otherwise, yeah, you'd mostly be just using the mod for the decorations, and then waiting for the preparations of the altar, I assume, or any other information on the wiki, if there ever is one at some point. You can also make blood coal, like so, and you can use this for fuel, which is 22.5, and then you've got the block, which is 202.5, so still quite a lot in comparison to, example, coal, which gives 8, and then coal block, which gives 80, so quite a difference there. The additional uses of the nuggets and the blood drops, which obviously you can get pretty easily. Finally though, I actually go to the nether, which I do have a portal here, and I can show what the tree looks like. So if you find it in the dimension, so you can get access to some of the components, as you can't actually make a blood log, for example, with, say, some blood drops and or the fluid and wood. So you can only find these from the tree, and the actual bloodwood gives you the equivalent to coal and smelting, which is nice, but the planks don't smelt anything. So there's that. Let's see. So we'll just fly around a bit and see, because I'm pretty sure it was nearby. I'm trying to remember where though. I can't remember if it was this direction. There we go. It does say the blood structure. So you'll get that appearing, which I'm assuming is probably just debug text and isn't supposed to appear. I haven't enabled anything either, it's just happened to appear. So yeah, so that's the blood tree, so you could obviously break these, collect the leaves and so on, and have access to any of the wood, like blocks. It also does seem to spawn in lava as well, which is, I assume, not intended design, but either way. They do spawn possibly more commonly than I think. I don't know about the lake, and if we can easily find that either. Let's see. Doesn't seem to be. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you didn't want to use it, I guess, for building upon certain resources, you could use this for, say, a blood focused build for certain decorations and theming of sorts. But yeah, otherwise that's pretty much it. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.